Anyways, welcome to game.
Welcome to
Assholes and Dice.
Assholes. Maybe.
I can't put that in the title.
We can. I'm tentatively calling this campaign City Life, because that's really what it has boiled down to for the most part up until recently. You guys have just been trying to make it day to day, really just making that dollar, and sometimes it's hard. Most of the days you just eat fish, and you're okay with that. I get it. But
I feel like you've completely missed the point of my character.
I have.
Anyways.
I'm sorry. I missed the point of why we're playing D&D.
Marvin explained there was a game before this one.
Well, there's a couple sessions before, and the group fell out. We're trying to record this. We think maybe it'll make a podcast, but this is a mostly new group with only one returning character. Hopefully we can salvage those earlier episodes.
Bruce.
So, I'm trying to figure out where we should start, because our friend Bruce currently ended his last session locked in, in a cell that is
going
unlocked.
to bed in a cell at the precinct that he works at.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because he's under arrest.
So, you guys might have heard that there was... Okay, here we go. As members of the town, you guys may have heard that there was a kerfuffle. A little borderline riot that happened down at the docks, where a member of the City Watch had an altercation with a member of the Palace Guard.
2. 3. One got
The
away.
stories change depending on who tells you. Sometimes it's one member of the City Watch and 5 guardsmen. Sometimes it's one-on-one. Sometimes it's 5 City Watch ganged up on one poor Palace Guardsman for doing his duty. Nobody buys that story. Everybody knows the Palace Guard are assholes.
Hey, man.
Amen.
Hey, I'm not going to kink shame someone for group fun, you know?
Well, so you've recently heard that there's been some rumors going around about through the town overnight that there's been a certain amount of friction between the Palace Guard, which their jurisdiction has been extended from the palace to the entire rich quarter of the city recently.
Oh, I'm safe.
Yeah. And the City Watch used to take care of the whole town, so there's been some, like I said, friction. And recently that reached a head when when supposedly the docks have now been added to the Palace Guard's jurisdiction. And Bruce was caught in the middle of that. Because as a fisherman, he spends a lot of time at the docks.
Motherfucker, Bruce was in the middle of that.
Bruce is in the middle of that.
I'm just imagining Bruce intentionally walking to the center of a group. Like, he's on the outside, he's like, excuse me, and just stands in the center. I am in the middle of this.
I am in the middle of this. I am inserting dominance.
Is that what he calls it?
That is what he calls it.
Don't give me that look. Jesus Christ.
Just to know, Mitch doesn't actually play characters. He just lives the truth that he wants to live day to day through D&D.
I change truths.
I feel like Roy's gonna have an existential
One aspect
crisis.
gets boosted a little more.
Chase your bliss. No.
Chase your bliss. Okay, so
Ironically, I hate fishing.
I think we're gonna go to you guys being the new characters.
All right.
Let's start out with Roy.
So do we want to put them back like a day?
Yes.
Get them in and go and we know what happened to Bruce. Well, they don't. But
I'm thinking we're gonna go the night. I'm thinking we're gonna be the evening that this went down.
Okay.
So basically at the
Bruce,
same time.
Bruce has some errands he needs to run in the morning. So
if you choose to just walk out the cell, I mean your cell's unlocked, but you're supposed to be under lock and key.
Hey,
I've got shit I gotta do.
That's a no. You can't beat up city guards. You gotta stop. No, don't do it. And then he leaves. Whatever. Bruce.
So Roy, what'd you do last night? How does Roy spend his time?
Who'd he do?
I'm not certain, but I believe it was like a Thursday night.
Yeah, it was midweek.
It was midweek.
Thursday night.
Yeah. Which might have a different... Because I actually went all deep into this. And I might fix that later. But we're just going to call it Thursday for now. But I have days of the week and days of the month.
Wow.
There's a calendar.
Hot damn.
Yeah. I can give you guys birthdays if you want.
I'm down.
No, you give them birthdays. I have one, they have one.
Yeah.
Right, I won't remember it, but...
I will. I'll mark it down. Oh yeah, your character won't remember it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh.
So Roy, what are you doing?
Roy. Roy. So Roy, on Thursday night,
Mm-hmm.
probably doing very similar to what I'm doing right now. Probably just sitting around drinking.
Sitting around where?
Probably at the tavern.
Which tavern? There's several taverns to choose from in this town. Are you the kind of guy who tries to get into a hoity-toity place and see how long you can hang out? Or are you looking for a place that's kind of run down, maybe down in the slums that I discussed
I
earlier?
think I'd be trying to get into somewhere maybe a little more hoity-toity, but I'm trying to, I'm new in town. I'm scoping out the scene, seeing who all the big wigs are in town for the most part. Trying to scope the scene, but also I'm probably just getting drunk.
If you're just trying to relax, you're probably hitting up the Silver Gnome,
Which
is a high-end tavern in the trade district that the rich people come to because it's a little slummy.
Okay.
Like it's not actually slummy, but for them it's like slumming it.
Understood. Yes.
I can go down there and see some underground music, hang out with some women that'll think I'm rich.
Sniff some panties.
Yeah, sniff some panties.
Nice.
That sort of they can live it up down there and feel like kings. If you want to be a little more ballsy, you'd go all the way into the rich district and go to the Silver Unicorn. And the Silver Unicorn is way outside your money range.
Then I will definitely stick to the
Okay, I'm gonna warn you right now. You probably can't afford shit there, but you can order it and try to dine and dash.
And there is also a tavern you can go to if you are completely antisocial and want to make sure that you don't have to share that tavern with any other patrons.
I'm sure he'll make it to the tinderbox eventually.
A sad tavern.
Never mind. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Next time.
So you're heading to the Silver Gnome.
I am in the
You're chilling in the Silver Gnome, drinking a what? What does Roy drink?
A lager.
A lager? Okay.
Roy's a halfling, right?
Roy's a
Yes.
halfling.
And you're him.
Yeah, so
Yeah, once you gotta be the
so you're at the
tall
Silver Gnome, and there's a boy who brings you your beer, and he brings you a cup that's like half the size of a normal cup.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Welcome, Roy. Not gonna cause any trouble tonight, right?
God, no.
Yeah? Just chilling today?
Yes.
Alright, because last time some purses went missing.
I don't know what you're talking
I'm sure you don't.
about. Thanks, Jeremy.
Alright. Any food?
Maybe a spiced potato or two.
Spiced potatoes it is.
Fantastic.
Alright, so do you want to be in the same place he's at?
For narrative reasons and for making it easy, I'll say I probably went there trying my luck with the richer people.
Okay, so you're just... So, like, nothing pressing for you, right? You've got this thing that you're trying to figure out, but...
I'm just relaxing.
Okay, everybody's just relaxing tonight. Alright, so, over the course of the night, you guys are hanging out in this bar. You hear the rumors that I told you a second ago. That the Palace Guard and the City Watch came head-to-head finally today. Like, it's been building. You guys know in town that there's an issue. Like, it's not hard to figure that out. Especially you as being... Yes?
That's actually the second time. There was the first
Openly?
incident. No, there was the first incident
Which
where when Bruce became a member of the City Watch.
What happened?
Jurisdiction conflict.
Over what? I can't remember.
Bruce being a dick and what used to be City Watch territory and was now Royal Guard territory.
TLDR, Bruce is an asshole. Something happened.
What did they do? I don't remember. I don't remember that. I didn't go back that far.
So, listeners, for this brief moment, I will be your DM.
Brandon, we're gonna go back to the old cut. You're gonna splice it in.
I don't
As
wanna.
we flash back.
So there have been two incidents of clash with the City Watch. The first one probably got swept under the rug. Wasn't a super big deal.
It might not happen in public.
It did.
Where was it?
I don't remember. It was on the border of the rich district.
You met a palace guardsman, right?
Palace Guard tried to arrest me. Jurisdiction was in conflict because Bruce knows these things.
Were
Being
there
one
other City
violates-
Watch members involved, or was it just you?
There were.
Okay, I don't remember.
There were other City Watch members involved. And he said, that's our side of the line and that's their side of the line. So Bruce picked him up by his collar and dragged him onto Bruce's side of the line, where he didn't have any jurisdiction,
I'm noticing
accepted an on-site acceptance into the local guard, and
that was how you ended up signing up.
And that was how Bruce ended up as a private contractor with the City Watch.
Gotcha. That was what forced your hand into actually taking that deal, because you didn't really want to. I remember that now.
Didn't really want to.
That's right. Okay.
It was important.
That is true. Okay. I mean, it was less of a thing, though. There was this big crowd.
Weapons were drawn.
There wasn't a crowd, though. This was in front of a very large crowd. You know, let's here say a couple people in the park. This was everyone in the dock was watching this go down.
Oh, I just remembered a very important question since I'm chilling at the inn. How much money do I win?
I don't know. Roll.
I mean, I got a deck of marked cards.
Roll dice, bitch.
We'll discuss how much time. We'll discuss how much
You
time.
sort of a dick.
We'll discuss how much time goes by.
Okay.
Okay. So you're hearing these rumors about this this head that's been reached between the two.
Yeah.
You're playing cards with a group of people. You're listening to rumors. And this is what you've heard. There's at some point. Let's do this. Okay, at some point in the night, you guys hear a booming crack that comes from outside, and a flash through the windows.
Oh, gotta get out of here. Gotta go.
Like thunder, but instead of the blue light of lightning, it's this weird green white tinted color. Some color you've never seen from light.
I pack my shit.
Okay. Do you investigate? Do you leave or just sit still?
I'm gonna pack my shit, calmly say goodbye to the folks, collect all my cards.
You start to, like a few seconds after you start doing that, you start to hear this weird whistling noise, and it's getting closer and closer.
I gotta go. I gotta leave.
It starts to be. It's like the sound of roaring wind.
I'm gonna try and head out the front door.
Okay. What about you, Roy?
I'm enjoying my drink.
He's not paid enough.
How deep a sleeper is Bruce? We've established it's pretty deep. This is loud. You hear it too.
High or low?
Hi.
Ooh.
Crit?
That's
yes,
definitely high.
Bruce most definitely hears it.
Okay.
And is shaking awake.
Yeah. Your cell has a small window looking out, and you see the flash of light, and there's this streak going across the sky from where the light. Well, you didn't see where the light originated, but there's a streak across the sky. When you run outside, come to a stop because over the top of the city is this thing of black smoke crashing, like shooting across the top of the city, and it keeps going. Do you see it? Did you step outside?
I did not. I stayed
Okay,
inside
stayed
and
inside.
I kept drinking.
Okay.
He's not paid enough to be concerned about this kind of shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people have stepped out behind you, and you're all looking up at the sky. And there's this missile flying through the sky, and it goes across the city, and it shoots out over the city limits, and goes and it just keeps going until it like goes out of everyone's sight. And then you guys see another flash, and then nothing.
Like all good adventurers, my first thought is free loot.
So, the Jonathan, who is it? Jonathan, who is it runs the watch?
John Finron.
John Finron.
John.
I go upstairs and I knock on the door that I approximate where John is. I sort of walk out of my cell, and I saunter up there and I knock on the door. John!
Bruce?
Weird shit going on outside.
Aren't you supposed to be in your cell, Bruce?
Yeah. You need me in the cell or you need help?
What did you make that noise, Bruce, that happened about a minute ago?
Nope.
Go be back in your cell, Bruce.
Alright.
He gives it a minute,
Bruce.
and then you hear the sound of his door and him coming downstairs after you're in the cell. So he comes down, he starts kind of trying to get hold of anybody in the night watch who's still in the building. For the most part, the building's unmanned. But, alright, so what do you guys do? Back at the Silver Gnome.
Free loot. I'm gonna go find that shit.
You're gonna go find it? You're gonna take off?
Yeah, well, yeah, I might as well. I mean, I don't know anyone else here.
Okay. So, you hear, actually, while you're thinking about doing that, you overhear, there are a few adventuring parties sitting around this tavern.
Ooh.
A lot of people, and you're an observant person. You see that you see people talking, and you can tell that they're thinking the same thing you are.
I peek my head in, and like a good eloquent man, the tigers may go, "Hey, you bitches! Who wants to go get some free loot? Anyone down? Let's go!"
You see, there's one group made of there's a halfling in chainmail with a shield and spear.
That's terrifying.
And a dwarf, and they're all sitting at the table, and they kind of look at you, and they kind of go, and they're kind of shaking their head at you, and then you feel this presence stand up behind you, and you hear this very gruff voice say, "I think you should sit down. That loot's mine."
Dad? Dad, is that you? Daddy?
I doubt it.
Can I call you Daddy?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna look over my shoulder.
Sit down.
What's this guy look like?
You look over your shoulder?
Yeah.
There is a very large orc man in full plate.
I'm gonna look at him. Hello, sir. I acknowledge this. You probably have a stake in that. Can I inquire something?
Yes.
Are you trained in the mystic arts?
No.
I am. And did you see that random bright explosion, the ball of smoke, and that was falling from the sky?
Mm-hmm.
Probably mystic. Sup, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Want some help?
I have a party.
Want a hug?
No.
Feel like you need a hug.
I might, but not from you.
Oh. Want to talk about your parents?
No.
What, siblings?
No.
Who hurt you?
Everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sit down.
Where? Could you point me out one that wouldn't piss you off?
How about the game that you were playing 5 minutes ago?
I don't think that'd be the best idea for me.
Not my problem. You stay in this bar for the next hour.
Are you sure you don't want a hug?
Maybe next time.
Okay. Well, see you later, big boy. And I pat his chest and then walk over to the game.
Alright, so you've seen all this go down.
Yeah.
You notice that orc gets up with a couple more people that were sitting at his table, and they leave. You see the other group that were eyeing you, the other adventuring party. They're sitting around their table, and they discuss things for a little while. They leave.
I give him a finger gun.
Pretty shortly after. The halfling in the full plate gives you finger guns right back.
Oh yeah.
Actually, like half the table gives you finger guns right back.
New best friends.
Yeah. There's a gnome, a halfling, a dwarf, a human, and I think another halfling in that group. And they all basically like
finger guns. No tieflings, right?
No tieflings.
Got it.
Tieflings are fairly rare. They're new to the world.
Roy's gonna get up.
Okay.
He's gonna leave some coin there on the bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough. And he's just gonna go ahead and walk right out. And he's going to follow behind the group with the large orc man.
Okay. What?
He's laughing at me. What they can't see is Mitch is just laughing at me with just sheer disbelief.
Roy is a character.
Roy?
Roy? I'm David.
Roy,
who gets up, leaves money at the bar, not enough.
Not
And
enough.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Mark that down.
pays not enough for the meal he just ate.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
He's at a pretty high-end bar.
He's one of those people that...
You hear, right when you get to the door, you hear Jeremy go, Roy, what the fuck?
See, I thought he was laughing at me for this conversation with the half-orc.
Nah, that's normal.
I was just like, what? What do you want from me?
Which, by the way, implies that, because you've only been in town for a week, that you've been to this bar enough times for Jeremy to remember your name.
yes.
And for you to remember his.
Yeah, no, you've been here a few times.
I'm going to assume I called Jeremy Larry by accident.
It's fine if that ever comes up again.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will, because every time I have a throwaway NPC, that character becomes fucking...
That's our new best
immortal.
friend and hub character.
Yeah. We built the entire campaign around him.
Do you want me to dangle him?
Stow it. Alright. So yeah, John Finrowan shouts out a lot of orders and tells City Watch to get out on the wall and gates. And all the City Watchmen that are on night and on duty that are still there, take off.
I just realized something. The half-orc never told me when I was allowed to stand up again. This might be a while.
He told you to stay at least an hour. Actually.
So now that the City Watch is in Royal Guard jurisdiction, do I see Royal Guards moving around outside of my cell?
Oh, that's right. We did go over that.
Yeah. I'm technically on the turf,
yes.
being where I am.
Yeah, because you just went back to your cell. You do. You see a band of City Watch, a band of Palace Guard, heading out in full armor toward the walls. They've been if it's related to what just happened, they're moving very quickly.
I don't like Bruce's laugh. It terrifies me.
I wait and observe for a couple more minutes.
Okay. You see another group that happens to go by, that end up branching in another direction. You can't see much out your window, but it's enough to give you an idea that they seem to be doing pretty much what the City Watch is about to do. They're hitting the walls and gates.
Sweet.
Wall.
So yeah, so you follow that adventuring party.
Yeah, with the half-orc.
Yeah. At the gates, they've been stopped by watchmen, who are asking where you guys are going in full plate in the middle of the night.
Hey, be careful, Watchman. Dr. Manhattan is a dick. Just saying.
So the guards are talking to that group.
Yeah, they're talking to that group. They're asking questions because it's their job.
Which means they're distracted.
They're going in full gear.
Which means they're distracted.
They are distracted. You trying to leave town?
Yes.
Okay.
So while they're distracted, I'm gonna go ahead and try and climb over to the gate.
Okay. You're gonna just
At
you're gonna
the
scale the
farther
wall.
end, yes. I'm gonna
Okay.
scale the wall.
All right. Yeah. As you move away, you actually see a group of Palace Guard join the City Watch, and roll a perception. See if you can hear any of this conversation as you're moving toward the wall. Mitch, what do you do?
So I walk out of my cell, and I go to the lockup, and I take out my fishing pole, my bait and tackle kit, and I holler to John, "I'll be at the docks. I'm gonna go fishing if you need me." I head to the docks.
No one's there. No one's there to stop.
Well, he said it.
But it's nighttime.
I know.
You know who are there? Fish.
Okay. No, I mean whoever you said. There's no one there to hear.
Oh, well. I leave it. If there's no one there, I leave a note that I'm at the docks if
Okay.
they need me.
Okay.
Going fishing.
I'm gonna...
And I go fishing.
I'm gonna head out, too. I'm gonna head towards the crash. Whatever. I'm thinking dragon.
So an hour later, an hour behind.
No, like 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. As soon as you see them leave, basically, you give them a head start.
And I'm like, I leave a coin.
A coin. What'd you have?
I don't know. You never told me how much I won.
What'd you order while you were there?
Oh, I have
Is it enough?
I'm gonna say it's like a 10th.
It's a tenth of what you owe? Okay. These are important things. I need to know if you're welcome at the Silver Gnome next time you guys roll in.
Oh, no. I'm a good tipper normally. But I feel like the service from this half-orc was very lackluster.
He's not one of our patrons. Okay. He's not one of our bartenders.
Very
Right, so, which way do you head out of the city?
I'm just gonna walk down the main road and just hands in pocket.
Alright, so when you're about to scale the wall, Roy, when a human thief that you're familiar with pops out of the shadows and goes, "Where do you think you're going?"
Don't worry about where I'm going. I'm going.
I've been told to keep our thieves in town. We got a group going for whatever that is. They're gonna beat everybody.
I think I'll go assist them.
No, I've been told not to let anybody do that.
Why not?
Because the boss wants certain people on that job, and you aren't it. You're new. We don't trust you yet.
Well, he hasn't told me that, so I'm gonna go.
Well, then it'll have to be over my dead body. He pulls out a knife.
So where do you want me to go?
What was your name again, little boy?
Roy, and I'm not a little boy.
He looks you down and down.
That's racist.
I'm
He's
not a little
racist.
boy, I'm a halfling.
Right. What's the difference?
Oh.
I am a full 22 years old. I am not a boy. I'm just a halfling who happens to be very short. Actually, we're all very short. We're halflings. Hence, halfling. You not know what halflings are?
Yeah, but like they fucking weird me out.
Small hands. I get it.
Big
Yeah.
fans.
So you're gonna just fuck off?
I mean, I guess. I'll just go home then.
He puts his knife away.
Alright, so I'll be
Push my ball.
seeing you then. What was your name again?
Fuck, gotta name everybody.
I feel
Yeah.
like this is gonna go to HR.
No,
but-
I also want to know what street he lives on.
What's his social?
Call him. He doesn't want to give you his name. You've never met this dude before. You don't know his name. He's
Well,
not
that's
gonna
rude.
tell
I gave you my name.
This is some word.
you. That was stupid.
Yeah, I guess. Well, guess I'll be on my way then.
Yeah, you will.
And then I turn around and I start to leave.
Okay.
But while I am walking away, I listen for him to walk away.
Okay. Roll perception.
Boy, oh boy.
So you take off to the docks. You're not trying to
Janny,
get involved in any of this, right?
Jenny, the dice. I forgot to do D10s. I can't fish. It's important.
God damn it.
22
It's
by the way.
important. We have a chart.
22 perception.
Yeah,
We
16
have
plus
a
6.
fishing.
Okay.
It sounds like he doesn't go
Chart.
far. You hear him move, but he stops. Like wherever he popped out of, he went back to. He's keeping an eye out. This is a section of the wall that like thieves use all the time to get over. You know of it. That's why he's there.
Alright, well,
You
Oh, I'm still walking down the main road.
just strolling toward the main gate. All right. About 10 minutes after, you see a group of it's like orcs and goblin races. They're all dressed in very elaborate orcish armor. The same group that you were arguing with earlier. Same orc.
Arguing.
Arguing with the palace guard and the city watch about why they can't leave tonight.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna. Can I do a stealth check to pretend like I belong? You know when people are like walking through and you don't notice
You're
them.
blending.
Yeah.
You're
Can I
Assassin's
just
Creed
walk
blending.
past?
Yeah,
Can I just walk past and just leave?
No one's being allowed out the gate.
I know, but if like they don't see me and then I just open the gate and go.
It's a big gate. It's a big ass
Get
gate.
close enough to bolt.
Yeah, just get close enough that I can just.
Roll your stealth check, and we'll see how close you
I
get.
wear dark clothing. It might work.
Uh-huh.
That's a 6 total J. I'm a master.
He rolled a 3.
Whistling, doing the over exaggerated casual walk to the point where it's
Calm
obvious.
down, Mickey Mouse.
Long strides like Steamboat Willie. You know.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah. So, one of the
Yeah,
palace
gotcha.
guard puts a halberd across you and go, "Where the heck do you think you're going?"
Well, this is very fast for a first date. I don't feel comfortable with this. Second date max.
He pushes you back with his halberd.
Oh, okay. Now we're back in first date territory. Hello, mister.
Bruce catches a
By
perch.
order of the king, no one's allowed to leave the city tonight.
Okay. Hi. What's your name? I'm Damon. Nice to meet you.
I'm my name is Jen.
Oh.
Eric.
That's a very beautiful name. That's a very beautiful name.
Thank you. My mother gave it to me.
Oh, that's sweet. Do you have a close time with your mother?
No.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
she died in childbirth.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, is this a good job for you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know the pay. Do you guys get health, dental?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no. The house guard's pretty great.
I kind of just wander.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is. You don't
Could you
really.
please take two more steps back?
Okay, towards you to hug you because I feel like we're bonding.
Not on duty.
Oh. All right. Well, I mean, I thought we had something.
The orc who is standing right over there goes, "What the fuck is up with you in hugs? And didn't I tell you to stay in the bar?"
Listen, I'm meeting a lot of people that need them. It's not about me. It's about you guys. I'm just noticing a pattern.
Next time I see you and the guards are around, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. You didn't follow the orders.
This is very kinky, and that's 4th date. Okay.
A hobgoblin who's with the orc goes, "You got a lot of rules on dates."
Yeah, it's standards. Come on, look at me. It like shows the burns on my face. This is worth something.
I like it.
Very important question.
So what do you do?
Night fishing have different results than day fishing on the fishing chart?
It do.
61.
I believe I did.
I only have the day fishing chart. On day fishing, it would be a perch.
Is he fishing inside the city?
Yes, he's
Yeah,
fishing.
he's
docks.
off the docks. Yeah.
They're my docks. I've been fishing here for 86 years, goddammit.
I don't have that chart.
I catch a perch.
You catch it.
What? Go on.
The hell was that? All right. So he's fishing. Roy,
Roy.
what do you do?
I am looking.
By the
for...
way, with that perception roll, you were hearing every bit of this conversation as well.
Oh.
You're not that far off. Just in the shadowy area near the wall.
Okay.
And on the 6th date,
What?
hand stuff.
The hobgoblin, who you can't tell the sex of, but she's like, Anne, on the 6th date?
Hand stuff. Like I don't, like above the clothing, maybe it's up to your preference, but usually that's where you're able to get a little more comfortable.
When do we get into foot stuff?
Foot stuff, 8th.
8th date?
Because that you have to find the comfort level with that kind of thing.
So you're into foot stuff. That's more to you.
Listen,
That's a bigger leap.
I've never
is what you're
experienced it. I've never experienced it, but
If you're gonna
my
experiment with somebody,
grandmammy told
yeah.
me try everything once, twice if you like it, 3 times and you're out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole ball game.
How many guards are he talking to at the
Am I?
There's like 3 city watchmen and 3 palace guardsmen at that.
How much
and they're
Are they all
arguing.
standing around him?
Yeah. How much attention am I drawing right now?
There's most of them. There's still there's a city watchman by the door, who's actually doing his job. Who's actually watching the gate? He's standing to the side of the gate right now. It's he's a half orc.
Okay. I'm gonna go and walk over to this half orc. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go up to him and say, can you believe this guy over here?
Which one?
The one that won't shut up.
Which one?
The one talking about the dates.
Oh, you're interested.
I'm whispering. He does not hear.
Oh.
Roll perception.
Roll perception, he might.
A perception's
You're
14.
talking to Tony.
14.
In a crowd, probably not.
Let's go with no, not with what
Alright.
not with what you're doing. How many people are talking to you?
You're busy talking about 9th date.
Okay, 9th date, you maybe definitely beneath clothes.
I mean, I've met some interesting characters lately, so he barely registers. Can I please ask you to step back from the gate, sir?
Is this guy bugging you at all? You're just okay with this whole conversation over here? It seems like you're the only one really doing your job here.
I am, but there's 5 of them on him, and the rest seem to be doing what they're told. You're the only one who's close enough to get me in trouble, so please step back.
I step back.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and make a run for it.
If I see him make a run for it, I'm doing the same.
Oh god.
Because they can only chase one of us, motherfucker.
So you're running through the gate, right? Trying to make it out of town.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
I'm going for
one
it.
sec.
I'm a halfling. He is a half orc. He's probably
Everybody-
way taller than I am.
Alright, so
I'm gonna-
do your surprise round,
Yeah.
real quick,
and then everybody roll initiative.
Jake.
What do you do as you make a break for it? Because you do kind of have to go past him.
I'm zigzagging.
Okay.
I am rolling.
20
acrobatics to
serpentine?
zigzag.
Alright.
Real quick, Jay.
I'm gonna zag on.
That hobgoblin that's been backing me up and like really into this conversation, I'm gonna wink at right before I do this.
So, like, she gives you a weird look right before all this goes down.
Yeah. I should probably describe my character for the listeners. He's
We probably
human.
all should.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, human a bit
It might be a
scrawny.
next game thing. But
Human a bit scrawny.
I'll introduce Bruce when he actually runs into the
Yeah.
characters.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, human, a bit scrawny. He's your classic warlock caster type with a few burns on his face that kind of mess up the general beautiful looks. And some nice hair, but that's about it. Black hair, I believe I gave him. I can't remember. I have no idea. He's a warlock. He's a fucking weird, edgy, fucking hot topic looking motherfucker. Is that not accurate?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out why you ran your hand through your hair so sensually as you described your warlock.
No, because I have a bad habit of.
I gotta tell you, his warlock sounds very lonely. There's some sort of thing he's playing.
He's a friend.
Yeah, no, the warlock.
You know
I'm not sure the warlock's trying to give hugs to people who need hugs. I think the warlock needs a hug.
He's a fishing buddy.
I'm not saying that's true.
Not saying it's not true.
Also, I do have a plan for when he bails.
So you run.
Yes, there's I'm against one very slow, I'm assuming, half orc. And the rest of them are distracted. I think I can get away.
Athletics is the real son of a bitch, because that's based on strength.
Which is why the immediate first thing I'm going to do is fucking make a diving roll past him.
It's like trying to catch a kid at a birthday
roll
party.
Acrobatics. Oh, don't mind if I do.
Make it...
One sec. The guard I'm talking to, I'm going to cast command.
Okay, we need to roll initiative.
Oh. So I thought surprise round first.
You're not in on his action, though.
Damn it.
You didn't know... If you guys were like a team at this point, I would allow it, but you didn't know that he was about to set this off.
Fair.
So
this is actually my plan.
I'm just going to say that you react very quickly to it, so that you're not, like, confused, but...
That's not bad initiative.
I rolled 5 plus 6 is 11.
11 acrobatics to just try to tumble past him? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you are through the doorway, but not far past him.
Okay.
He really was taken aback by your demeanor before you pulled this off, so...
Because you're a douche.
I rolled 17 initiative.
Okay. You'll go first.
So I'm going to use command first before I run. And it's a wisdom saving throw. And I'm going to tell him...
Roll an initiative for yourself, too.
I'm going to tell him stop, because it's a one-word command.
Okay. So the palace guard that you've been talking to?
Yeah. The one that stopped me with the halberd.
Okay.
I'm going to regret this a little because I liked him.
It's a shame.
Yeah. It's a shame he had a job.
Okay.
He's a
You don't
palace
have
guard.
boss?
Shit.
Oh.
You got Dex.
To Dex?
Yeah, you add Dex to your initiative.
You're probably right after he is, so you get to go again.
plus
So
4.
you're probably
Yeah.
home free for the
Plus
most
4,
part.
18.
Technically, he would. He's like gone.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's practically gone. Like you've already like rolled past the dude and then bolted.
Sweet.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw against my command before I try running.
Bruce's initiative is 8.
It's a 13. It's a 13.
Anywhere near
No, he's nowhere near it.
But it matters for fishing.
Yeah, he failed.
He failed?
Yeah.
Okay, then I just run. Because they're distracted with him. So now I'm just going to try, like, they turn around and I'm just running.
Alright, so after you and you is the City Watch. Got the higher initiative. And the half-orc that you were just talking with immediately just pulls out a freaking bola.
Oh, God. Glad I went second.
Night watch.
It goes whistling over your head in the dark, though.
Fantastic.
But you just have this moment of, is that a fucking bola?
Time slows, you're like, what?
Night watch, babies.
Night Watch. Night Watch have they play a little fast and loose with rules. And immediately after that, after them would have been the Palace Guard, except for this group of orc and goblinoid adventurers. The hobgoblin, who happened to be in a position, the Palace Guard turned to chase you, and they all just sort of trip over this bunch of ground that pops up. And they immediately are helping the Palace Guard up.
Oh.
Yeah, the orcs are like, oh shit, no, you need help getting them? Come on, let's get those guys.
As I run, I turn around, finger gun, keep going.
Just the hobgoblin.
What does the hobgoblin do, Jay? For those of us that can only hear.
Oh, yeah, sorry, hang loose finger wave.
Oh. I almost forgot about that. Thanks, Mitch.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is something to keep in mind.
We're probably picking up all that faucet work.
We apologize for Bruce.
Yeah, we'll get used to doing this. I imagine our first few sessions.
It's gonna
have a lot of
it-
things. In the future, we'll know, like, hey, pause for a moment.
It's rough.
Our one viewer, Bob.
And then you're like pointing at people and just saying you should probably start saying names.
They talk after I say it.
Our one viewer though, Bob. I think he'll stick with
One of
us.
the things that I want to get in the habit of is saying your character names or your names. That's something that I got to break my habit of because I like to call Mitch. It's Mitch. And it's Bruce. Bruce, what does Bruce do?
Is it Bruce's turn?
Why not?
Well, because I rolled an initiative of 8, and I might. Palace Guard hasn't gone.
Everybody
yet.
went. No, they went.
Oh, okay.
They tripped.
So Bruce takes out his boot knife, and he guts his perch, and he chums with it, and he recasts his line.
That was very efficient. He did that in like 6 seconds.
That was beautiful. Take notes, world.
Yeah, he's pro. He's been fishing for a while.
Fishing for 86 years.
As if it's almost Bass Pro Fishing. Like
It's proficient in fishing.
All right.
Can we
So
get
here's
that?
the deal. You're out. Like, you're in the wind. I'm just gonna say, as a halfling rogue who made it that
In the dark.
Yeah, in the dark that fast. Roll a stealth check.
oh sweet, I took dark vision because of Warlock.
Yeah, I mean you're up against an orc who has dark vision, but yeah, you're gone.
Push.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, that's an
You,
18
however, still have
plus
to
4,
cross
22.
that orc.
I'm just gonna run past him later, dude. Because he's focusing so hard on fighting him. I just go later, bud.
Roll something. How do you get past him? What do you do?
I'm just running.
You're just gonna straight up run. He's gonna try to trip you. He's gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Oh shit.
He's
Wait, actually, could I stealth so he doesn't see me coming until I'm already gone?
You just bolted.
Okay.
How are you stealthing? This is a lit area.
No, yeah.
Right in front of the
Right now,
gate is a lit area.
Okay, fair play then. Yeah, he's gonna probably get me.
Okay.
It was good meeting
What
you.
is your AC?
Jail.
What's your AC?
It would be 14 unless I had mage armor on, which I didn't cast because I'm a fucking idiot. I had to pick command or. Oh well.
You said 14?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
He sticks his spear butt out, just like he sees you coming up behind him. He tries to trip you, and you just hurtle over that.
Griffinport, track and field.
Yeah. You have a flashback of some memory that you barely remember.
You remember that you have a memory about this.
That's basically how my memory works.
So yeah, you've got everybody on your tail though, including the orcs and shit. They're chasing after you like they're helping.
Run before the hyenas come. Do I have a spell for this?
I don't know, do you?
Fuck.
I mean, I'm not the DM, so I can't say this with any clarity, but I imagine that Daddy is chasing him like he wants to get him.
Daddy?
Daddy the orc.
Oh,
Daddy
yeah.
the half orc.
Daddy.
I imagine Daddy the half orc does want to get Randall.
New name for him. I've named it NPC, motherfuckers.
I mean, he actually has a name, I believe, but
Hasn't come up yet.
It's Daddy.
it's Daddy now, as far as you're concerned.
I really don't have anything to help me, so I'm just running. I really.
Just keep running. just
Warlocks
keep
aren't
running.
exactly like, oh, escape, unless you're Fae. Then they get, Misty Step in that malarkey. We are being handed papers by Jay.
That is a
For our
map of the
listeners?
continent and the city.
For the listeners, we are being handed
Cool.
random maps by Jay.
I'm pretty sure if you just drew a blue squiggly line on paper, that would be the only map that Bruce would give a shit about.
This is where we
the
are.
water.
The water line.
What a fucking asshole. Where's the water? That way. Alright.
Okay.
No, that's a question.
So,
That
do
is
you
what
have a
really
spell?
happened.
Because you were the only one who is like that halfling is fucking gone, man. He's you saw him and he made a break for it, which caused enough chaos for you to get to the gate. But
I guess since I really don't want to hurt people,
I'm right there.
I'll cast Mage Armor on myself since I can do it for free as Warlock invocation. So I'm just gonna go bloop and make myself a little harder to hit
you catch mage armor.
on myself.
Okay. All right, that's good because you see, the palace guard. They
Yeah, I'm right there.
they don't have this qualm about hurting civilians, and crossbow bolts are coming at your ass.
Specifically my ass. They heard
Yeah.
about the 12th date.
And there's one in your ass.
Ow. Oh well, my armor class is 16 with. Does that change?
Roll to 19. Base. So you take 5 damage as a crossbow bolt sinks into the meaty bit right above your right thigh.
My moneymaker.
Also known as your moneymaker.
Did you say your armor class is 19?
No, 16.
With mage armor.
16 with mage armor.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So,
I took that specifically because I need it.
and what I'm going to say is make an athletics check.
Oh, my strong suit.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll do great.
14. Base and total.
Okay. Alright. So, there's one palace guardsman who's kept up with you. And a member of that adventuring band made of orcs. Or orchestrations.
Is it the hobgoblin?
We'll call them the greenskins.
Is it the hobgoblin?
No.
Damn.
He is not the one. It's the one that you don't actually know. You didn't talk to this one at all.
Alright.
It's the goblin, actually. He was just a regular goblin. And he's like right on the tail of this palace guard that's chasing after you. And you can be like, "We got him, boss! We're gonna get him!"
I'm like, "Yeah, let's get him! Yeah, come on, guys!" And then I'm gonna use prestidigitation to create a shower of sparks in the guard's eyes.
Yeah. Alright, you do that. And then you hear this weird cursing noise. And when you turn around, they're in a tumble. And the goblin just happens to be sitting on top of the palace guard like, "Oh, you alright? You alright? Oh no, he's unconscious! Somebody help! Help!" And then you see him kind of get off the guard and wander into the darkness.
And just before I lose track of him, finger gun, keep going. That's not the right finger for the finger gun. That's the middle. You have to use the index. This one.
Yeah, no, he
Dickhead.
some lore for you. Goblins are racist.
Yeah, and I won the race.
Yeah, definitely. But in case just lore you would know, goblins are racist.
If we're being honest, I won the race.
Oh yeah, but
He did win the
when you
race.
draw when you disappear from the race.
It's very easy to win the race when you fire the gun.
Now, if we're being fair, Bruce won the race because he got to his destination and already completed his objective.
It's true.
You just went fishing, though. Don't give me
Yeah.
that sassy ass face.
I didn't just go fishing. I'm sticking it to the man, the big
So,
man, the king himself.
Roll.
Roy.
Yeah, Roy.
Yes.
Roy is just sprinting in the direction that he believes the ship went.
It's a ship?
You don't know that.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going. You need me to roll something? How's it going?
Let's say survival. Let's see if you can stay ahead of this crowd. This
survival.
people. Let's see if you can find your way through the wilderness in the dark.
Is this a skill challenge?
In a way, yeah.
Alright. 10.
Okay.
Total.
Alright, so you think you're heading toward the crash, wherever that landed.
Okay.
You're fairly certain you're heading in the right direction. Randall, you've made it away. You've lost sight of everyone else. But if you roll perception.
Yeah. Wow. That'll be 15 total.
You can hear the various groups kind of around, trying to everybody, we all know where we're headed. It's pretty obvious that everybody wanted to go check that out. So, but basically you've gathered that party used helping them to catch you as the excuse to get past the gates, and then they fucking vanished. You've overheard enough of the palace guard and this. Actually, the city watch stayed at the gates. The palace guard's the only ones that followed.
Well, I'm going to try and orient myself based on where I saw it fall because I was outside.
Survival.
Oh, shit. Warlocks are known for their survival.
So, Mitch, what do you do? Are you just going to stay out of this for the most part? You're doing your thing, or are we going to find a reason to get you involved?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out why Bruce would give a shit. And since Bruce is looking at spending the rest of his life in a prison cell, maybe, I feel like he wouldn't pass up an opportunity to go fishing. So I'm gonna reel in another one and see how Bruce feels.
Okay.
After he pulls in the next one. I guess I should roll for what that might be.
You see a lantern along the docks. Moving along the docks.
A lantern?
a lantern.
A single lantern.
Yes.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I see your face. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let me see what I've got here, and I'll get back to you.
I rolled a 10, by the way, on my survival check total.
Okay. Alright, so, a few hours later, we're going to continue with Mitch, because you guys are in travel time now. So, what do you do?
I sit down on the end of the dock, and I dangle my feet over, and I stick my fishing pole in my boot top, so that hopefully this person can't see it past my big-ass silhouette.
You're hiding the fact that you're fishing.
Yes.
Okay.
I am hiding the fact that I'm fishing illegally
And he's making
while
his way.
I'm supposed to be in prison. Yes.
He is making his way your way.
God.
Are you not gonna...
Damn it.
Like, he hasn't noticed you because it's dark, but your silhouette's gonna be easy to make out against the water. It's not... There's a moon tonight.
Oh, it's a shitty night to fish anyway.
There's a few moons tonight. There's 4 moons tonight.
Oh, it's a really shitty night to fish. I'm glad I caught a perch.
I imagine the fish are used to there being moons. It's not weird. There's pretty much always a moon out.
Oh, and I guess that would change the biology of it.
That means when somebody says many moons, they could just be talking about like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a particularly bright Thursday.
Typically, there's one moon that the calendar's based on.
It's the red one.
We call it Steve.
It's the one with the scary teeth and eyes.
Say that.
No, that's
I have
Bruce.
names for those moons. I have names for those moons, motherfuckers.
Jesus.
Dude,
Listen, man.
it was a long time ago. I got real about this.
Listen, man. You don't need to
Let's
say
see, which one do we name the months after? Oh yeah, the moon. Because like I said, I made a lot of this when I was 14, and I wasn't very original. But there were 3 other moons, and they are Nisvlaranin, Feluna, and Dwaran.
But the other one is just moon.
The moon, yeah, because humans named that one.
Oh.
Bruce relies on an old incantation he learned from several of his questionable people that come from his past. Please fuck off, 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 please fuck off.
I still use that in college.
Is that a religious prayer? Should you roll religion?
That's it. I know I'm doing something illegal, and I do not have a path of egress because I'm on the end of a dock. Staying here, I'm less likely to be spotted than walking down the dock.
Hey there! Who's on that dock?
Act like a statue.
Couldn't see the hand job from the dock either.
The lines of sight just didn't work out. So it could have happened. It's feasible.
It's possible.
It's very possible.
Just an old man.
Very large old man who likes to fish.
You don't know what I do in my free time.
Fishing is illegal. You are in the docks at night.
Not fishing.
It's good. Please vacate. Under order of the palace guard.
Not allowed to look at the ocean.
There's a curfew tonight.
You know, I've loved the ocean longer than your mama's been alive.
Well, that's cool. My mama isn't out after curfew.
You're welcome.
For what?
I stand up, and I put my fishing pole away. We're putting her to bed on time. And I walk down the dock.
As you pass the guy with the lantern, you realize it's a palace guard.
I figured.
Mm-hmm.
See, Bruce knew that was a palace guard because civilians are going to be either looky-looing or hiding. The city watch is going to be doing the job. So the only one being a useless dickhead doing nothing the fuck useful at all is going to be a palace guard.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what kind of palace guard this is.
Solid logic.
This is the kind of palace guard who knows that you're not supposed to be here.
Is it the kind of palace guard that understands that I'm a Goliath and he's alone?
That's a lot of math.
Yes.
That's important math.
Aren't you supposed to... One.
Tell my mom I said hi.
So that's really
My question is, Bruce the kind of person who is willing to let that knowledge be known? Okay.
He's just doing his job. He's not being a dick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, the problem with Bruce is
There's
that
only
Bruce
one?
is there's only one Bruce. The most wonderful thing about Bruce is that
There's only
Bruces
one
are
Bruce.
wonderful things.
Yeah.
T.I. double good.
BRWEC.
That was fucking...
I get a few paces down the road back towards the jail. So, ain't you supposed to be at the city wall with all your other shiny friends?
I'm gonna keep.
Trying to think if he's going to say anything.
I'm gonna keep this empty silence in.
Cut me some slack. I'm not a brilliant person filled with glibness.
Hey, you're beautiful.
Thank you. Sometimes somebody's got to still watch the jurisdiction. Can't send everyone to the wall.
You got. Wait. I turn around. I take a couple steps back towards him. You got put on bust Bruce's nuts duty.
I got put on dock duty. You're supposed to be in a cell.
Who did you piss off? Whose dog did you kick? You got put on, like, the biggest bitch duty.
He actually gets kind of sheepish. He's like, I'm kind of new. What?
Make him your apprentice.
Wow. Man, I knew there was dicks to us. Didn't think there was that much a bunch of dicks to themselves. Shit.
I'm not. It's the palace guard. It's like the highest honor you can.
Yeah, no, and we're in some sort of crisis, and they got you making sure old men ain't fishing.
Roll persuasion. I'm gonna see if this comes off as an insult.
You should roll bullying. Is that a fucking
No.
track?
No. It's gonna see if this hit like strikes home or. We're gonna see if this comment comes off as an insult or like a lesson.
I don't think I know how it's coming off.
7.
Insult. Hey, listen here. Not everybody gets to flout the laws and do whatever the heck they want.
Dude, he said heck, watch out.
You're starting to realize he looks really young.
How long have you been working, boy?
This is my second week.
You're gonna have to stab me now.
What?
Yeah. And I bull rush him.
He drops his lantern and we're gonna. Well. Yeah, no, he's floundering at his short sword as you.
I just stop in front of him. Get it out!
He pulls out his short sword.
Boy, you be dead in like 8 punts this town. Like, twice now.
Maybe.
Oh my god, I feel bad.
That's why you're watching the docks for old men fishing.
Look,
Okay.
hey, I'm.
Look, I'm not gonna tell nobody.
What?
Nobody needs to know.
Should I have started in the slums? Should I work for the city watch first?
Oh God, no.
Is that
they'd
what you're
kill
saying?
You. No, they'd kill you. You'd be dead.
The city watch are a bunch of ragamuffin nobodies. They've got no training and no discipline.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. Am I supposed to stab you now, like you said?
I mean, you can. I mean, if you want to... Yeah, no, do it. You want to be a palace guard? You gotta learn how to rough people up that don't deserve it. You want to be a palace guard? You want to be all high and mighty? Stick it in me, boy.
You're under arrest.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna say you're under arrest. You're gonna come with me?
Bullshit. I pull out the fish, and I brandish it menacingly.
Roy, I like you. I like what we're doing. We're at least upfront with us being dicks. He's doing all weird.
Oh, he's very upfront with him being a dick.
If anything, it's overly so.
Overly so, yeah.
Like, I don't think I bully someone. And also, can I say, I said stick it in me earlier, and I got...
He actually puffs up. This kid actually puffs up.
Multiple.
He stands to his full 5'9", and he holds his sword out in front of him. You notice in a poor form, if you wanted to take it from him, this would be a great time to do so. And he says, "To die for my king would be the right thing."
Alright. So I slowly reach out and I just gently take his sword hand, tuck your elbow in there more. Now spread your feet and kick his foot back. And I basically school this boy on how to hold a long sword.
Short sword.
I pull out my long sword and I hand it to him.
You just pick his up and switch it out?
Yeah, no, I take his short sword and I just drop that shit. I don't care. You need yourself a real sword. And I hand him my long sword.
But this is standard issue.
Yeah, whatever. And this is better.
But all my training was around the short sword. Isn't the extra length gonna throw me off?
Yeah. It also makes some little prick with a knife harder to stab you.
Noted. What about a big prick with a fish?
Oh, boy, you couldn't stop me.
You are Bruce, right?
No, I'm a different Goliath.
Are you bothering to make that sound like a lie? Okay.
Not. No.
No. Okay.
No. As far as Bruce knows, there's not another Goliath that's been in this town in years. Doesn't mean there hasn't been, but he's never heard of one. And as we've mentioned before, he kind of looks.
Okay.
So no, Bruce is not bullshitting this boy. This poor boy needs to learn some
I
things.
thought you were supposed to be under arrest.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be... The king's supposed to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I was in jail. Broke out to go fishing.
Seriously?
Yep.
I'm sorry about the license thing. It's not my call, but my granddad used to fish.
If I had my way, he still would be. Well, I mean, unless he's dead. I can't
But
really fix that.
the king passed a law, so that's the way it is now.
I just want to take this conversation back of pace. The king passed a law that old men like me can't go fishing. Old men like your grandpappy can't go fishing.
The king that you most likely
You would be
elected.
proud to die for a man who won't let old men fish.
Yes.
You would be proud to bully old men.
There's usually a reason
You
for
would be
silly...
proud to bully old men.
I mean, you seem pretty proud to bully young men.
Boy, I'm not bullying you, I'm learning you. If I wanted to bully you, I drop the fish, and I take a step back, and I pull out my ball and chain, and I let the ball drop and just sort of rattle menacingly.
Is it a flail or just a ball and chain? I'm based on the look of
Oh, no, sorry, it is a proper flail.
Okay.
That's right. Bruce isn't just hefting around a ball and chain.
Yeah.
It is a proper spiked flail.
Okay.
Made for Goliath. An intimidated 14.
He's very intimidated.
I'd bully you. And then I put it away. 'Cause I'm not trying to punk this little bitch.
I mean,
Even though he deserves it.
for the last 20 years, our king has been a good king. And he's still a good king, and he's still king. If he thinks that he needs the tax revenue that a fishing license will give him, maybe we do.
If I remember, it was 50 gold for a license. If I remember it, right? Do you remember what the number you gave me was?
I can look it up and we can reinsert this, and I will say the number. But
Alright, boy,
I don't believe it was 50.
It was a lot.
I think it was 50 like copper or silver.
No, it was exorbitant.
It was exorbitant.
It was an exorbitant amount because Bruce would have paid
50
that
gold
shit.
would be absurd. So I'm going to say not 50.
It was a fairly absurd number.
It's exorbitant enough to be restrictive, yes.
Listen here, boy. You seen this? You seen this new tariff, this new tax on these docks? What it costs to go fishing? You know what that is? This law you're enforcing.
Sort of.
You think your grandpa would be able to pay that much? Insert correct amount here.
I'm not editing that in.
We're going to leave it exactly as it is.
Yeah.
Well, my grandfather was rich, so yes.
Alright, what about these slum folk down here fishing to eat? They're fishing because they can't pay for food, so you think they can pay to fish?
I mean, you're not allowed to poach the king's deer in the forest. Why should the ocean be different?
I can think of a couple gods and deitic figures that might disagree with the ownership of both the forest and the sea on the part of a mortal man.
When was the last time the gods said that?
Oh, to me, never, and I'm not cool with them, but
God damn it.
we're just talking about people on high that say things. I think they're a little on higher than your king is.
We elected our king.
I didn't.
You actually probably did.
No.
You're older okay, maybe you didn't vote for him or didn't vote.
Not my president.
Is Bruce the kind of person who abstains from voting? Okay.
Bruce is the kind of old man that abstains from voting.
Yeah, I kind of told them, it's something that I never brought up with you. This particular monarchy is a democratic monarchy. We elect the king, but he's king till he's dead.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, this is an experimental idea.
Yeah, whatever.
I thought it'd be interesting to get sort of but he's in charge. It's not that weird because it's technically what Caesar kind of wanted. It just didn't end up that way.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to take away absolute power from somebody who has absolute power. So, also, you know that the king's been sick. Like, this is public knowledge. He doesn't have as many court sessions as he used to. It's something that I've been meaning to mention again, but I have not.
Alright.
That Bruce should know. But yeah, this boy is like, so if I try to arrest you, you're gonna kill me?
Fuck no.
Then you're under arrest.
Yeah, okay. Here's what you're really gonna do. I take my sword back from him.
He tries to hold on.
I put my sword away. I hand him his sword. Put that shit away. I pick up my fish. And I brandish the fish at him. Is it your grandpappy on your mama's side or your daddy's side?
My dad.
Alright, you take this fish home and you give it to your damn pappy.
He's dead.
Well, then you enjoy it.
Okay.
You can try to arrest me if you want, but it's much easier to enjoy a fish without a black eye.
He looks at his manacles. He looks at your wrists. He looks at the fish. He looks at your ball and chain.
I pull out my manacles. Boy, I'll put these on myself and still whoop your ass if you need it.
You're supposed to be put in front of the king tomorrow morning.
Yep, and I plan to be.
Good luck.
Yeah,
He picks up his lantern and he walks away.
Can you take his fish?
Does he take the fish?
Mm-hmm.
At first, no. And
I stand there and I wait. I stand with my arms crossed and I wait.
He takes
look
3 steps.
I look at the fish.
He takes 3 steps, turns around, picks up the fish, and leaves.
Can I just say one thing? I don't care if it's 10 years down the line that someone watches this and like hears this. Can I please have art of Bruce brandishing a fish like a weapon? I don't care if I'm an old man when I finally see it. I need that.
I will consider our podcast a win when we get our own team of dedicated fan artists.
Oh man, it's gonna be.
That'll be the moment, regardless of monetary gain.
Yeah.
And then Bruce makes his way to the man whose bed he drop-kicked out of his second
Oh, Jesus.
story bedroom wall.
Oh, God, that guy. What about him? What do you want to do with him?
I paid for his door, but I didn't think at the time to pay for the repairs to the upper floor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not him.
Oh, the older man.
The father,
okay,
not the little shit.
Yeah. It's closed and the lights are off. It's night. It's the middle of the night.
You ever hear something that just makes you go, what the fuck is my life?
I'm still trying to figure out if I made it to the thing in this amount of time.
This conversation didn't take that long.
Yeah.
You guys have about an hour of travel time at least.
We had to run to the outskirts.
Bruce picks the lock.
Okay.
It's gonna take a long time. Shaky hands.
Take 20.
It's gonna take a long time. Shaky hands.
Alright, we're gonna move back to these guys
Yeah.
while you pick a lock.
It'll probably take the better part of an hour for Bruce to do this.
Alright, so you guys rolled a 10, which means you guys get both of you rolled 10s.
That's
You're near
weird.
each other.
Hey, Roy, give me some. High-five. 10s.
Way to go on that survival check. You guys are a little iffy
Yes.
on North.
I was going to hold that high five there
Dude,
forever.
it's dark.
It is dark.
It's dark. There's 4 moons, but they're all straight above you. What the f*** do you do, right?
Oh, God damn it, it's that month.
This is bullshit.
It's like trying to find east and west when it's midnight or noon. Crap.
So, you eventually get to a part. Now, you know that as far as forests go, the forests are pretty sparse nowadays. The days of the densely packed elven woods are long gone because they're regrowing after this big catastrophe that happened across the land a few hundred years ago. So there's woods, but they're like in a state of regrowth. But you see, there's this section of woods that's at some point something has crashed because there's just this giant, just wreckage, like just trees uprooted, big furrow in the ground that you guys finally come across. Now the problem is, because you rolled low on your survival, you notice that there are other footprints leading through this wreckage.
Daddy.
You're not sure. Roll. You could roll survival again to figure
Roll
out.
survival check.
Can I roll investigate?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I'm actually trained in that.
Yeah, investigate. Will work. Or
Investigate.
survival. I'll take either.
God damn it.
And that's an 8?
That's 11 total.
Ooh. Hey, man, you broke the halfway.
Yeah, I got a 12 and
That's 17 total.
11.
17. All right. Oh.
Are we together, by the way?
Yeah. You know what? You rolled the same number. I'm gonna say you come out of the woods at the same place.
Hey, man, we came out together.
So yeah, you're there first,
Thank you.
and you're like, "What the fuck happened here?" Right? And then like you hear this dude crashing through the brush behind you. What happened?
Randall's like, yeah, man, I got a 12 and int. I checked my stats.
Bruce has higher int than me.
What's your wisdom?
16.
Yeah, no, he actually has good mental stats.
He's
'cause
higher
an old
than he's higher wisdom than me too.
man. Wasn't that one of the reasons we decided you rolled?
It was one of the things that no, I
That is the funniest.
think I went
thing.
with that, yeah.
It was one of the reasons why you decided I'm gonna be an old guy because I'm just wise. Like I'm not dumb.
That's fucking funny, though. Oh my god.
You
Shit.
had what int?
13. I'm a
okay.
12.
I thought you said 16. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
No, I
I
have
got
16
a 12
wisdom.
too.
Oh shit. All
Wise
right.
old man.
Yeah.
God damn, dude, this is the funniest fucking thing.
Alright. So yeah, like I said, you kind of hear him coming up behind you. You've arrived like literally a few seconds ahead of him. But
How you doing? How's the dog run? You got water?
I'm gonna need you to quiet down because we're not alone.
Okay, just I don't want to.
Okay, like right now. Like that's it.
Dad?
No, Roy.
Okay, Dad, Roy.
God. Okay.
Okay.
So
I drink water
Yeah.
skin.
can I try and roll perception to see how close everybody is, or these other people might be?
yeah, roll or investigation, survival, perception probably won't get you anywhere because they're not in hearing distance.
I'm gonna go survival.
Okay.
That was funny as fuck.
14 total.
All right. You can tell that there's 2 sets of footprints that arrived ahead of you. One, you saw when you first got there with your higher roll. You're like, that is a group of like 5 light-footed beings. Your second roll, you realize that somebody with a much heavier footfall came through, probably in heavy armor.
No.
Oh, just be careful. They might have walked in each other's tracks.
Okay.
If they're smart, that's what I would do. Speaking of which, I'll walk behind you. Oh wait, no, I should walk in front of you. You got small hands but big plans, you know.
Accurate.
I like that.
I'm gonna credit that to my girlfriend real quick. She said that
Small
to me.
hands and big
I was
plans.
making fun of her for being short. She's like, small hands, big plans.
I think that's my new favorite tagline for a halfling.
Trademark, Lauren. Okay, the DM's in the bathroom, guys. We run this now. Mitch, you're our new DM. Bruce.
Goddamn lock.
Never mind.
Goddamn shaky hands.
I don't want Bruce as my DM.
Goddamn lockpick.
I take it back.
God damn it. Damn.
God damn, it's really funny that.
Damn it.
Oh god.
Damn it.
Oh, it's okay. We'll get that button.
Thank you for listening to the Torchlit Tavern. We hope you all enjoyed what we had to present to you today, and we look forward to sharing more adventures with you in the future. We are live on the internet, and you can find us on Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, and Facebook by searching at Torchlit Tavern. You can also follow up with several of our entertainers.
Hey, I'm Ryan, and I am at Ryan SCB Santos on Twitter.
You can find your DM, Jameson Oxford, at Agent Beige on Twitter.
You can find your favorite warlock at Twitter at Argo Omega.
Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday for our updates to our podcast, as well as follow us on these wonderful sites to know when, what, and how we're doing things. Also, don't forget to rank us 5 stars. That'll pump us to the top, make it easier for you to find and share with your friends. Have a good one.
And fuck your warlock.